Over the next few minutes, we'd like to introduce you to why submitting your business to a directory can be a powerful choice over a standalone website, or why it can be a worthwhile consideration in improving any marketing campaign or web presence. If you are a business that is in any way related to home improvement, home repair, or purchasing a home, you'll see that Contractors in MA is a perfect place to post and display your company. In the next few slides, you'll see why we are so unique. Our focus is about encouraging you to promote your listing. We want you to strengthen its ability to find prospects and generate new business, rather than just posting it and hoping for the best. As a directory, we can be thought of as curators of content, kind of like a museum. We put businesses of similar services or overlapping subject matter onto display in one place that's easy for the user to find and peruse multiple options. Consumers like choices, and consumers like to window shop. It makes it easier for the user to get what they're looking for and to remember where to come when they do have a need. Our curated content is that of information for homeowners. Inside is information they can use to properly hire a quality business like yours, or to get information to do it themselves. We want to provide value to our users. What better way than to conglomerate into one spot everything they will need when it comes to their home? Being a part of Contractors in MA is like being part of a community. You may be saying to yourself, I already have a website. If you already have a website, great. As long as you are doing the things needed to make it more than a simple brochure about your business. You need to ask yourself a few questions about your website. First, is my website ranking on page 1 of the search engines? Statistics show that if your website is not visible on the first page of a search, you are almost completely wasting your time. Second, when visitors do find my website, does my website ask my visitors to take some sort of action? If you are simply letting your visitors just peruse and leave, you are really missing the boat. And finally, every so often, do I evaluate the performance of my website by viewing visitor statistics so I can tailor my website where needed? Building a quality website that looks great may not always be the best plan of action for income generating and lead building. Your website has but one purpose: to make your company money. A good marketing plan is diverse, so even if you already have a strong presence on the web, having one more avenue is never a bad thing. If you do have a website and you are only relying on this one element as your internet marketing plan, you're probably not getting very good results. Having a cool website sounds neat, but there are some drawbacks to it. First, creating a solid website can be very expensive, and just having a website is the easy part. There are lots of web design companies out there that will lead you to believe if you build it, they will come. Nothing can be further from the truth. Second, marketing your website is even more costly than creating it. If you have ever been approached by an internet marketing firm or web design company, you already know that this service can be quite pricey, especially if what they offer is really worth anything. Marketing a standalone website properly and effectively is very laborious in nature. Learning to do this yourself is probably not what you had in mind when you set out to do what you love. Third, your website must always be fresh and up to date. What many of these firms don't divulge fully is that once your site is built and hopefully achieved some sort of search engine ranking, it must have a substantial level of upkeep and attention to keep it that way. This is very time consuming, but this is a fact, and any service telling you otherwise is lying to you, or just telling you something you think they want you to hear in order to earn their business. As a standalone website, you are out in a vast and turbulent sea all by yourself with lots of big sharks. You had better be on the top of your game or your efforts will go in vain. Your website will be worth nothing more than a brochure that sits on your counter or inside your briefcase just waiting to be finally handed out to somebody. So how can Contractors in MA help you? Let's create an example to exemplify how all this works. We'll take a look at a hammer. A row of hammers stocked in a store all by themselves with nothing but hammers will have a tough time generating enough visitors to get noticed and purchased. The hammers in the store can't help but wonder how and what needs to be done to finally get someone to purchase and use them. As a result, the hammers just sit and sit. Eventually, the hammer store goes out of business and the hammers never get used. Now, let's put those hammers onto a shelf in a store with tons of other types of tools and equipment, a home improvement store for say. Now it's part of an entire store where people will go to get things all related in some way to the same or similar type of tasks. Without even trying, the hammer will eventually be needed, get found, purchased, and used. You see, people who shopped in that store also knew that hammers would probably be available there. Now, if that hammer were to get moved from the middle of the shelf to an end cap with a more prominent display, it will most likely get bought more and more frequently due to its visibility. And finally, couple this move to the end cap with a promotion or sale, and that hammer will simply fly off the shelves. Your association with Contractors in MA is not unlike the story of the hammers that was just told. In conclusion, you may be asking yourself, how is Contractors in MA unique anyway? Well, let's take a look at 8 key aspects of what we do. Number 1. We specifically target one geographical area, Massachusetts, and we specialize in it. Our goal is to get the entire state of Massachusetts and its immediate outskirts to recognize and think of us first when it comes to their home improvement or home service needs. Number 2, we offer the ability to position yourself within the directory. There are a few levels of listings. You might choose one or the other based on your specific needs. We will work with you to help you invest in the best plan for your company. In addition, there are multiple areas besides the search results where your company can randomly pop up and make your listing visible to a visitor, even though they did not search for it. Number 3, we offer the ability for you to promote your listing with a different kind of listing called an event. This is really a neat part of our directory, and we anticipate high interest in these types of listings from our visitors. These listings are in addition to your company listing, and they are used to promote a specific sale or offer you may be temporarily running. They will link to your company listing as well as be a standalone method of attracting business. Number 4, we offer services to help promote your listing throughout the World Wide Web and our own social networks. Every internet marketing endeavor must be coupled with a robust level of quality and informative content for the reader. This content is important for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it engages the reader and demonstrates that they have found a place that they can have trust in doing business with. Secondly, it will give substance to the search engines to satisfy their need to offering their users a good and worthwhile experience. In short, it will let the search engines know that the user will most likely find what they are actually looking for. This will help our site and your listing or page rank higher and become more prominent and visible for targeted searches. The content you provide come in the form of different types of media, including articles, press releases, video, and photos. The subject matter can range from a simple informational bit about something newsworthy or can be a complete tutorial on how to accomplish something. Either way, it should be informative enough to help educate or enlighten the reader. Because of this, Contractors in MA is committed to finding, creating, or encouraging our clients to create and submit feasible and informative content to the directory. Any piece of work that you submit to the directory will have the option of being shared around the World Wide Web. Contractors in MA offers services that will help you syndicate this content to tons of highly trafficked places where it can be viewed and link back to your listing here. In addition, we offer services that help you promote this content to your own circles and social media networks. Number 5, we promote your listing and the content you provide to our social networks and circles. The World Wide Web is full of social interaction these days. This interaction consists of lots of people sharing information amongst their circle of friends and contacts. You may know this as word-of-mouth advertising. It can be some of the most powerful forms of advertising around. Number 6, we allow visitors to interact with you directly and we don't interfere. We give you access to your inquirer. Contractors in MA allows your company to collect and compile information from your visitors. No other directory allows this. When visitors of Contractors in MA have clicked on your listing, they may decide they want more information from your company. They are allowed to contact you directly by multiple methods. When they contact you, they submit to you their contact information. This allows you to save and compile a list of information that you might be able to utilize for future marketing efforts. In similar types of directories, the owners of the directory collects all of the information from the visitors and uses this information to share and disseminate to tangent markets where they can make money from these visitors in other ways. In turn, the inquiry that the visitor made about your company is shared with many of your competitors. Many of these directories have ownership where they themselves are general contractors. In such a case, you won't even have access to these visitors until they have first qualified them for their own needs. Number 7, we don't charge for leads. Contractors in MA will never charge you for a lead. We have no interest in your customer for our purposes or gain either. You will be allowed to generate with your listing and sales promotions as much business as possible. And number 8, we allow you to track and view visitor statistics. In addition to actually collecting contact information from your visitors, you will also be given the ability to view visitor statistics to help you alter your listing where needed and to encourage a better visitor response to it. This is the most unique part of Contractors in MA. No other directory dares to do this for you. We are so confident that your listing will receive interaction that we are willing to let you see how much. The information you will have access to will give you hints on how you can make improvements to your listing, whether to engage in event promotions, and to know whether you want to consider providing more content for higher overall interest in your company. Please go to the Google page and type into the search bar Contractors in MA, or you can go to contractorsinma.com. As you can see, we'll be on the first page. Click on the Contractors in MA tab, go to the site, click on the List a Business or Event for Advertisers tab. Okay, if you click on that, it will take you to the sign up page. Please sign up. Put in your email, your full name, a password you want, and confirm it, and click Register Now.